it's all over. It is now.
Welcome back to another episode of A View from the Stands. We're back this week talking about another big topic, back from our childhoods and after a big weekend of football. So welcome back, lads. How is everyone?
All good, thank you. How are yourself?
Not too bad.
Yeah, good, thank you. And I think the only one place to start was yesterday's big game, which was a big game that didn't feel like a big game, that disappointed a lot of people. But I mean, I expected it to be cagey anyway. So we'll go to Alex first, obviously, representing Liverpool here. What did you think about the game?
I think we started quite well, and I think, but then I mean, you go out the game, you're like lucky to get a point. To be fair, because you had that Fernandes chance and then the Pogba chance. What is he laughing at?
I'm just laughing at Tom. He's trying to keep a straight face for no reason. Oh,
I'm just smiling, mate. I'm just smiling.
Actually, I'll be bogey. No, I mean, I think we're not playing well at the moment, and you know, front three couldn't hit a barn door and all that lot. So lucky to get over a point, but I don't think it's going to last. Like I say, I think when Jota comes back,
yeah, that's what I was going to say. You're missing Jota, aren't you?
Yeah, when Matip lets Henderson go back in the midfield, I think we'll get back to top. But we could have lost it. I'd say.
Were you happy with the point in the end?
I mean, you did come to part of the bus for a lot of the game. I'd say.
I don't know. I thought we set up all right. To be honest, it kind of worked for us to stifle you. I know it's like some people will say, "Oh, it's like parking the bus and stuff," which is fair enough. But I think we sat in the first half, and then to be fair, second half we did probably look the most likely. I don't think either team deserved to win, but I think we were the only ones who really looked like we were scoring genuinely. I think we just banked in really, and Liverpool never really looked like they were scoring. They had a few, not even half chances really.
No, I can't. I mean, you'd say the Thiago. I mean, what you like?
I'm
not saying you're laughing at us, but you just like.
Oh, it's fucking top. I'm looking at him. He's trying to laugh.
I got swiped across.
Sorry, Tom can cut this out anyway. It's all right. Fucking hell. Sorry, lads.
Yeah. Anyway,
but at least it's things are still very close at the top, I suppose, and I don't think yesterday's game really changed anything. If anything, it probably swung it more towards Man City.
Yeah, City
over the team.
Clawing back up, aren't they? They're getting themselves back up there quietly.
Everton, if they win the game in hand, they go third, I think, above us.
There's a lot of teams in there now as well. Even Villa, if they win their games in hand, I mean, they're miles behind, but they've got so many games in hand that even
it's
then.
big ifs though, yeah, with the games in hand.
Four, is it? About 4 games in hand now? I mean, we've got City on Wednesday, which I'm worried about, to be honest, because I think we're going to put out it's not going to be the same 11 that has been most of the season. I think there's going to be some changes with some players apparently have struggled with it a bit, like Newcastle, a few of their players, Lascelles, St Maximin struggled with COVID, didn't they? And took them a while. So I'm worried for that game. I think City could put a few past us, to be honest, and then that could totally change our season. It could go from being a really good season like it started out to be, and it could end a bit sour now. I don't know.
That's what we were saying
with City as well. Is City is starting to kick in at the right time. I think what City have probably that the other teams at the top don't have is such solid defensive things. I always think that the mark of a good champions is always a good defense over a good attack, because a good defense means that you're picking up a point at least every week. If you're not conceding, then you're going to go on. And then with City's attackers, you've got De Bruyne, Sterling and stuff. I think really they should be, now they've sorted out the defence, I don't think they should really be in conversation, especially with how up and down the other teams have been. But then this league, City can have 2-3 bad results and then they're sitting outside the top 4 and Tottenham's come back up and stuff. I think Gary Neville said yesterday, so like how entertaining it is and how good it is to see that we're at the halfway point now with about 6 teams who would still probably say they have an outside chance at a title, which is
it should be interesting
compared to normal
second
times.
half of the season. Should be an interesting one. I
Yeah,
think the best
it will,
since then, the best season we've seen was that Leicester City one because that was so close as well. That was a really good season, but this one should be very good second half.
In like the grand scheme of things, it's pretty much just past Christmas time now. If it was a normal season, so I mean, there's a lot of teams normally around that put like near the top at Christmas, and then that's one like Everton, they're going to drop off and probably. I think Leicester could do
top 4. They could. I think they could do top 4.
So. But then Chelsea might get a run of form. You never know.
Yes, it could all change, especially
Spurs,
the running games.
Spurs, you don't know, do you? So.
Especially how quick the games come now. Well, they will come. It will up and down. I think it'll be for most teams. So
I was saying earlier, I think obviously now you've got about 6 teams who are in the mix now. I would say you're banking on probably 3 of them will have a drop off by the end of the season, like a proper drop off in form. I think I'm imagining we will be one of the teams who do have a drop off, especially when Europa League comes back. I think we'll drop off towards the end of the season but then I think you'll see the strength of Liverpool, City. They'll start to come through, and then I'd imagine it'll be Tottenham or Chelsea who also look a bit stronger. I've probably leaning towards Tottenham just because I think Mourinho can get out of games when they don't play well, but then again, they've shown a bit dodgy where they sit on goals when they shouldn't sit on goals, and they're not getting wins where they should get wins. So still all to play for, really. And I mean, even back towards the other end of the table, which Conal will be disappointed because Wolves seem to be slipping down a bit, pushing down to that side, and disappointing loss on Saturday, Conal. So where do you see your season going from now?
Well, you need to go back to a 3 at the back, I think. It's just not good at all. The game on Saturday was atrocious, absolutely terrible.
Would you say two of your most trusted players, probably Cody and Bolly, both giving away such poor penalties? Like, it's just not what you expect to see from Wolves, is it, defensively at the minute?
No. Well, we conceded 20 goals in 11 games, so a no clean sheet from when we changed to back to a 4. So I think we know what the problem is. I can see why Nuno did it, because he wanted to get more attacking people in, which we were calling for, but it's not working. Something's definitely wrong. But the game on Saturday was just terrible.
Does this not show how big Doherty and Jota and even Jimenez were to your side?
Yeah, as I say,
Doherty, I think that was a massive loss.
Yeah,
going forwards and defensively.
Definitely. I think the miss of Johnny as well has been a big one. But Jimenez, I think we know now, is the best player we've got in our team. Like, he's the most. Everybody would have thought having Bolly out for a few weeks at the start of the season would have been a problem. But Kilman came in, played really well. But now we lost our main source of goals. It's gone badly wrong.
That Silva's all right, I reckon.
Yeah,
he looked all right against West Brom.
He's getting a lot better, but he's only 18.
He's still very young. Yeah.
But he just looks up for it, though. I thought, he don't look like he's scared.
You don't get any goals from midfield, do you? Like Neves and Moutinho, like they don't score goals like they did a couple of seasons ago.
I think the only one we've got who scores is Dendoncker. That's because he's probably the tallest person in our team at the moment. So Traore had the right back on toast every single time he went past him, but there was nobody in the box. So I don't know. Nuno looks a bit different as well. I know he can't see his family
appearance-wise.
No, had a haircut.
Not appearance. As in just the way he's coming across. Like
he looked resigned to the defeat, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like he did not like he had much fight in him. I thought
he keeps saying the 4 at the back is the way to go, but it's clearly not. I have a feeling. I don't know what it is, but if we don't get something on Chorley, I think something's going to happen on Friday night. If we don't
Chorley,
we got Chorley in the FA Cup, right?
You should be getting something there.
So, well, you'd think so.
Big game.
To be honest, it is a big game. I think something might happen if he doesn't get a win there. I don't know.
That'll be stupid. That'll be stupid. That.
I don't know.
You're calling for
You'll get snapped up.
I'm not. I don't want him to go, but
got to beat Chorley.
I think, yeah.
On the off chance that he does go, who do you see sort of replacing him? Is there any obvious standouts?
I don't want to think about that at the moment. But
He'll cry himself to sleep.
But
He'll have to take his posters down.
yeah. Oh, it's my wallpaper on my phone, so I have to change that. But,
no,
God, bless him.
Not some good times are not coming ahead for you after Chorley put you out in a big upset. Then
can't wait.
Yeah, tears for Conal. I think that's gonna be our new selling point here for a view from the stands. Now we'll drop back down a division. Nottingham Forest. Is there any sign of a revival? Obviously,
of course there is,
and stuff. And now things starting to look up.
It's starting
Alex,
to come together.
won. I watched the game and they won.
It's starting to come together. Things are looking good. Dami Amiobi masterclass Saturday. He scored 2 good goals.
That second one was a good goal as well.
Very good finish. Yeah, it's starting to come together. We're looking more like a team now. We can play in a championship, not lower. So it's getting together. 7 unbeaten. Middlesbrough Wednesday. So another test at home though. But I'm confident for once ahead of a game. So no, it's looking up. Hey,
confident of what?
Us getting a result.
But like,
I'm confident of us getting a result. Usually, I'm thinking this season I've been thinking.
What's the best you can hope for this season though? Like top 12?
Well, we're 15 points off of 6th, so it would do some job to get into the playoffs, wouldn't we, to be honest with you? But
that's not happening.
Yeah, no. Because those teams also have to lose as well at the same time. So it would be tough. But
didn't Middlesbrough lose to Birmingham on the weekend?
Yeah, they lost to Birmingham 1-0, I think it was.
You'd think they're going to you got to beat them, surely, if Birmingham.
I don't know. Borough have been pretty good up to... Well, they've been pretty good. I think that Birmingham game was a bit of a one-off. I think Warnock won Manager of the Month.
Birmingham are poor, so.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, Houghton's starting to get his playing style into the players, and they're starting to understand it, I think. But I mean, even Ryan Yates is playing all right, to be honest. He got a goal Saturday, so it's looking good. We're getting there, slowly but steadily.
And it'll be interesting to see what happens with games over the next few weeks. And now we'll move away from this week's football, and we'll go on to the main topic of today's episode. So football, we talk a lot about being football fans and stuff and what it means for us now. But I think we need to talk about what happened when we were kids and what football fans were like being then. And obviously with all the sort of added extras that came in. And the first thing we'll touch on are Match Attax, football stickers, that sort of thing, collecting those sort of things, which obviously I'm guessing no one's doing now, are they? Conal, you don't have a secret Match Attax collection?
Nah, not anymore. I took them out yesterday.
Right, yeah. The embarrassment of it. Yeah. So, what's everyone's early memories of that sort of time? What was everyone's first sort of like card collection or sticker collection?
Tom,
I was thinking about it the other day, and before Match Attax, they were called Shootouts, and I think we all remember them and maybe had some. I was rummaging through some stuff. It was actually up the loft. I had to get it down from 2006, 2007. The full catalogue of Shootout playing cards, whatever. I even had like a rule book with it as well, because it's a game that like you can do.
Yeah, there's games,
used to do that, but
no.
I used to actually just collect them but I had that full catalogue that season. Every card going through that. Some players didn't even know they played for like these teams.
It's really impressive, Tom.
I think it got down to a point where I was missing about, I don't know, 10 cards, something like that. I had to buy like the individual cards off eBay just to complete the folder.
We had to do the thing. Did you not get that little sheet? Because I remember I did that yellow one as well, that yellow book. And they gave you a sheet and you had to tick the players you needed and send it off to the company. And they'd send it back. Obviously, I don't know how much it was to do that, but I remember doing that for a few players that you needed. I thought that's sort of cheating, if you ask me. You know, you should have to get in the pack, shouldn't you? But
you just got to pack it, haven't you?
That's double ups though. The amount of double ups I used to have was ridiculous.
Yeah, you have the tins. The tins full of them. You think you can't take them to school. That's not allowed. You take them to your mate's house. Sing around your mate's house, see what they've got.
Yeah, you used to do that. I was just going to say, you'd meet up with your mates and be like, oh yeah, bring your doubles over. We'll see what we can do and stuff. I think early memories for me as well. It's like Match Attax. I remember, obviously, everyone. It was obviously a collecting thing, but everyone wanted your shinies and stuff like that. And the people would get out their binders in the playground. Oh yeah, do you want to swap this for this and stuff? I remember we used to dread when I was in year 3 at school, and then the year 6s would come along trying to do swaps, because that intimidation meant that you were going to be losing out on some good players for some dodgy swap deals that you just had to accept. Yeah, they did. I remember I got rid of Edwin van der Sar shiny for about 4 normals, and you weren't getting these. You weren't getting rid of these these cards easily. So I think the whole swapping and trying to the interaction with people, trying to get certain cards was one of the beauty of the game. Doing that when you were a kid.
I don't know if this is weird, but I used to love the smell of the cards. Does anybody else have that?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You get the little packet from the shop. You'd open it. That fresh smell of these new cards. Getting just a little memory. That little takes you back.
Getting packed on a Friday. What a great day it was.
Yeah.
What an
I used to do that. My mum picked me up from school to be like, can you get? She's like, I got you some packs from the co-op or something. Start buzzing about it. See if I can get 100 clubs.
Went to my mate's house once.
What is it nowadays? Bloody TikToks and
FIFA bloody ultimate team.
I remember I went to my mate's house once after school, and we literally ran down the aisle to get the open the packs.
Get her married?
No.
Go on. Sorry.
That was good for you, Harvey. Well done.
Cheers.
I used to run down the shopping aisle, and
better.
Used to get.
It's got a wedding ring.
Come on, let's leave it. Come on, let do a story.
And then that was it. Well, basically.
Oh, really?
Went back to his house, and then we used to just swap stickers and stuff. That was it.
That's nice. That is it's a nice touch.
Yeah, I never got Ronaldo in the end. That was the only one I was.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you ever remember the best card you had? I believe I had the 101 Ronaldo, which I got.
Never had it.
Got a tin. Had the 101 Ronaldo, I remember. But I never had the other 100 clubs, which you need them as a set, don't you?
I got Gerrard.
I had a Hazard, I think.
Yeah, Gerrard's club was nice. Yeah. I remember getting a Ashley Young limited edition. It came with like a tin. It came with like a tin or something like that. That was a nice card.
Yeah, that might have been the starter one. That might have been. Yeah, I have a feeling they give like one limited edition with like a starter tin. So it might have been the Ashley Young one, to be fair. Because I think I had that one.
I had Alex. I had I think a Richard Dunne at Man City 100 club.
How the hell did he get 100 club?
I don't know.
99 own goals.
Own goals, yeah.
I just went, oh, God.
You know those...
Cheers.
Thanks, Mum. Merry Christmas, mate.
Those 2 numbers on the front as well, like the attack and defence, were so pointless.
Yeah.
Like, like 99 and then 74. Oh, he's got 76.
Well, like Tom said earlier, it was because they were obviously meant to be played as games. I remember when you got the starter kit, you did get the thing like you slot it into a pitch. Yeah. And then it is like top trumps, like you play it. Because that's why having 100 clubs was, obviously they meant it, but obviously for everyone it was just a collecting thing, wasn't it? Just having them. I don't think to be honest, I don't think I ever completed a book. I know Tom just said he had. I don't think I ever completed a book.
I remember getting a Carragher 100 club, and it didn't have the ink in it in some of the bits, so it was like a really weird card, but it made it a bit more special. It didn't actually have the ink in the card.
Did your dad get off his dodgy mate?
I don't know.
It's from the pub.
Mate, I've got you one pack. Open it up. 10:30 at night. Cheers, Dad.
Yeah.
Limited Jimmy Carragher. Yeah, Jim. You're like with no badge on.
Get these cards. But honestly, they must have been striking. Agents must have been striking deals to get some of these players. If I'm hearing Richard Dunne and Jamie Carragher was getting 100 clubs, God, they must have had some good PR teams and stuff to get them sorted, because I don't ever remember Richard Dunne being ever good enough to have 100 club.
Yeah,
I always thought in my head it was. In my head, I can remember it's probably this. I walked through it. What we saying? 08, 09 season, probably about.
Yeah.
I was thinking Gerrard had one, Torres would have had one, Rooney, Ronaldo, Lampard,
Terry, Ferdinand
had one, or Terry or
Czech
had one.
Czech was nice. Czech was nice.
Did have one.
Luminous kit on, helmet.
Yeah. He
Brilliant.
did have one.
Hell of a card, that one.
It was very good. Obviously, it was good as well because trying to get, you used to buy like obviously Match Magazine, Match of the Day magazine, to get the 3 with the things.
Yeah.
You've got to walk past in the shops like, oh, Mum, can I like? And I think your parents and stuff think, oh, it's all right because they're going to be reading and stuff. But you want the free Match Attax.
Chuck the magazine behind you.
Yeah. See what I got in this pack. No chance. They must have put, I reckon, I have a feeling they put the Duff packs on the front of those Match magazines.
Yeah.
You weren't ever getting 100 clubs in there.
They were the Jimmy
original.
Carragers.
You would get like 3 Blackburn players in them.
They're normally like
Salgado.
Saka. No, I think they're normally the same, like packs, didn't they, in all the magazines?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, really? Was that what it was? Was it?
Yeah, I think like the exact same players.
I was going to say, I never remember getting anything amazing in them.
No.
I think nowadays kids use it. They have like their Match Attax on their iPads, and they're like,
there's no fun in that, though, is it?
Yeah,
No.
I think that's how they do it now.
You don't get the smell, like I said earlier.
Yeah. Exactly.
You don't get a chance to run down the aisle.
iPad.
You can't run down the aisle.
Yeah, with your mate.
Holding hands.
But you can. That's the thing. You can never touch the cards on your iPad. You just swipe it across on your screen.
It doesn't have the sentiment, does it?
Not the same.
You can just delete the app, can't you? If you delete the app, then it's like,
Yeah.
I suppose you could say that obviously the modern day, a lot of people play FIFA, and like you mentioned earlier, Ultimate Team. I think the whole concept owes it all to Match Attax, to be honest. That whole thing, and I'm guessing that's how it started, like opening packs, that sort of thing, and actually being able to like tangibly play with the players. But even then, as much as Ultimate Team's exciting to people and stuff, there's not the collectible of that like sort of thing about it, is there? I suppose you get to play with the players, but you're not trading people like that and stuff.
Do you know what I've just thought of? Which the absolute pain when you pick up your folder of Match Attax the wrong way round.
Oh,
they all fell out the bottom. Everywhere. That was pain, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Picking it up and you just see Titus Bramble falling out
and stuff. Like they come out in your school bag.
Matt Upton, West Ham, just everywhere.
Did you used to put them in like their position? So goalkeepers, defence, midfield.
They had the numbers. They had the numbers.
Had it on the front, like on the inside cover. Yeah. They had like the order to put the players.
And you tick them off as well, don't you? So you know you got 2.
And there was like a star player, and was it a fan's favourite or something like that? I can't remember Shinies.
Did you ever bring it into school for show and tell?
I think probably in my time.
Bragging it off,
I think I did.
Yeah. What was that year? What was that, year 11?
Second year of college. Second year of college.
At that point, everyone told
this is my Lanzini 100 club.
This is goal of the season, Berbatov.
Yeah, I like him. He's a really good player.
I always remember, like, for me, like the books would always be really front heavy. So obviously you'd have all the normal teams so far.
Yeah.
So all of they would be like fuller, and then towards the end, when you had your man of the match cards, the book started getting more empty as you turn the pages. You can almost start seeing through it when it gets to the end. You got your last 100 club right on the last page, but
tough to get.
Did I have stadiums or sticker books?
I think that was more stickers. That was more sticker books,
wasn't it?
I like the paninis as well. I feel that's more of a World Cup Euro.
Yes, I was going to say stickers is for major tournaments, isn't it? Really.
But I did actually have one season. I think it was when Derby were in the Prem and they got the lowest points total. I had it that season
just to get that in there.
But that book now absolutely tattered. Like the spine finished, absolutely done for.
The cover's not attached to the actual thing.
But I did a good job on that as well. I'd say I had most of the sticker book there. Brilliant. That was good. Get like the Premier League balls and the shiny club thing. Brilliant. Stickers were good.
I was going to lead on to it.
Rubbish.
Have any of you seen this guy on TikTok who does it now? He does he owns like a soul he does the soul collectible. It is like they do it as a game now. So someone will like comment on it like, oh,
free Burnley
in your next 3 packs you won't get one Patrick Bamford, and then it's like to win packs and stuff. So you open 3 packs. See if he gets a Patrick Bamford. He had the rare one the other day. I saw it came off of mine. It was 5 shinies in 1 pack. So obviously you only get 5 stickers in 1 pack. Got 5 all shinies. He worked out the odds for it. It's like 1 in every couple thousand of that.
That's mad. That is mad.
There's obviously still a market for it, and
definitely,
and people obviously still do it. I imagine people will do it for the Euros. I think it's more of like when older guys do it, don't they? For Euros and stuff, collectors.
Yeah. It's like they're used to doing, isn't it? From a young age, so they just carry it on because they could be worth thousands in years' time. But Doubt it.
That's why I've got that full catalogue in the loft.
Yeah.
Keeping it.
If they're worth anything.
You never know.
You know, wives kicked them out, midlife crisis, collecting stickers. You know the guys. House full of memorabilia. God, we'll move on to the football magazines then, like I touched on earlier. Did everyone used to be part of that, having football magazines regularly, weekly, I believe it was, and then they started to do them every 2 weeks, I think, towards when I was getting a bit older.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
What was everyone's magazine of choice? Match.
I started off with Shoot. Do you remember Shoot?
Shoot. Yeah.
Brilliant, but I think they went bust.
Rightly so.
Great magazine. Great magazine.
They're scum.
I was a fellow subscriber.
Shoot was right wing. It's a right wing magazine.
I was a fellow subscriber. It was a great magazine.
God, it was just John Terry's face plastered everywhere. God.
It was scary injuries. Scary injuries with blood just dripping down their face.
John Terry, chief shareholder in Shoot magazine.
I
had to go to Match.
On Match Mag, I had like weird facts on like the first few pages. Yeah. I remember just like Stephen Fletcher has like 7 Ferraris. I was at 8, I was like, oh, I like it.
It was Stephen Ireland's pink Bentley always used to be in there.
That used to always be it. The pink Range Rover, wasn't it? He had a pink Range Rover. That always used to be in it.
Now, I don't know, I might get some looks at this, but I was sure in one of the like football magazines that you used to buy, they used to have like a section where females wearing football kits, like slightly, I think it was, erotic images.
I'll tell you something, right? I gave my last summer, I gave my magazines to my little next door neighbour. He's about 6 or 7. The next weekend when I see him, they're going, "What have you given my son?" It's got like nowadays it would not be allowed some stuff in there. No. There's some bad words in there, as well as some dodgy pictures and adverts. There's like advertisements of like films with ladies on the front, which should not be in that sort of magazine.
Showing the private part.
Yeah,
because it is a kids' magazine. But I didn't know if I dreamt this or.
I'm pretty sure you're right, because they weren't exactly happy with it.
It's mad how it's like it used to be so different. It was like I've been seeing old clips of like Soccer AM on another tangent. Like Soccer AM with some of the stuff they did with the girls coming
Soccer
out. Like,
good age.
Yeah. Good age. That's what I was going to say. Oh, great age. Yeah, no, that used to be. You just
can't get away with it.
No one batted an eyelid. No.
But no, magazines.
PC bloody police, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't say anything.
Anyway, moving on. Political. No, I used to be a fellow subscriber of Match. I was Match Magazine for about, God knows how long. But there was one day I was ill from school. Sorry. Anyway, and I thought it'd be a good idea to see how many magazines I had. So I laid them out all across my floor. And I had it filled up my whole room, my floor, my bed. And I took a picture of my Nintendo DSi. I'll try and actually get it for the podcast. I ain't got my DSi here. Believe it or not, I haven't got my DSi. But, I took a picture of my DSi of it, and my room was covered. But I had so many.
So were you one of those who sent the picture into them? Did you? Did you like get your mum to take a picture of you lying across all the magazines so you could get into the next edition? No. Your room. So you always get the kids. They've got the Match magazine, all the posters around their room.
Yeah.
Like, what I want to know is why is kids who've got like an Arsenal duvet got pictures of Wayne Rooney up in their room or John Terry up in their room? So they want that desperate to get into Match magazine.
They're just lying there, Harvey, on the floor. Nothing on, just a Match mag over the crotch.
Wow. At 8 years old.
God.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I told you Shoot was a dodgy magazine.
Oh, God.
I had loads. Billions.
I used to have Match the Day magazine. Like I was subscribed. So it used to come in the post, whatever.
That was a good day.
MOTD, that was it's a bit further on then, probably more than getting into like 10 years old up to like 12, 13, I suppose, sort of age. But that was a good magazine.
And that was wall-to-wall pictures of girls in shirts, I'm guessing then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
posters and everything.
Brilliant.
Didn't Match of the Day, was it Match of the Day or Match? They used to do like the little cartoons of players and stuff, didn't they? And you used to get like obviously a cartoon they'd have like a cartoon strip, and it would be like Rooney will be on like a adventure on the moon or something, and then Ronaldinho will be there for some reason. And then they'd like make them really like small with like really big heads on them.
I think Match of the Day had like actual like decent cartoons, but I think Match just had like was he called Matchy?
Matchy or Matchman?
Yeah, and he had like Spike, didn't he?
Yeah, Spike, yeah.
Weird, there's weird.
Oh yeah.
I tell you what, I remember. Right, the week that Shoot went bust, I had to unfortunately move to Match Magazine, and in that Match Magazine there was a little comic strip of the Shoot cartoon working at like Tesco's stacking shelves.
Come on!
And they were like, it was something about it.
Shade.
I was like, what have I subscribed to here?
But I never got to stay for the animosity of it all.
God, it was horrible.
Between Shoot and Match of the Day.
Never got on with Match of the Day though. I only got the annuals at Christmas.
Do any of us know if they're still going then? Match of the Day.
Match of the Day is.
I think they are. Yeah.
Well, Next Door Neighbour got his cartoon in the magazine the other day. Actually, he showed me it. He made a kit, I think, a football kit. So it must be still going.
I don't think Match Magazine is about anymore. I don't think.
Don't think Match is no.
Alex, you've got a story, haven't you? I think it's been on the podcast before, but you featured in Match. Was it Match?
Just drew Fellaini, and I was like, as a genius, I was like, if I draw him with a massive afro, like a massive, twice the size of his body, then Match Mag are going to be like, oh, he knows what he's doing. So
do you have this picture anywhere? Do you have the picture anywhere?
Yeah,
I've got the magazine somewhere.
Well, can you try and find that?
I sent the actual picture to them. I didn't make copies of it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I'd have bought one off you. That's all.
Mum just framed it and put it up in her living room.
Signed it and like Banksy.
Did you get like a pack? Did you get like a pack of gummy bears and like a shin pads off Match Magazine for putting it in? Don't usually get something for it, like.
I bought it. I remember I was going to my grandma's somewhere. I think it was on the train. I bought the magazine, opened it. I was like, oh my god! And then I was a bit nervous because I don't know if people would notice me or stuff like that.
Just the magazine in front of your head.
Like another 10-year-old would go, is that Alex?
Ticket officer comes over.
Is that Alex Picasso?
I don't need a ticket.
You know.
Oh, sorry, sir. I know who you are. I'll let you off.
Got first class.
I'll find it. I'll try. It'll be in my bedroom somewhere. But
on the wall. I'll put it on the wall somewhere. I don't know.
Above the bed somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. It's here somewhere, isn't it? Like it's in a plastic gold frame. I know I've got it around there somewhere.
Tattooed on my arm.
I think Match Magazine and Match of the Day, thinking about it, was the origins of where transfer rumours were started to come from. I remember they used to do page to page. At the time, you thought, if they say it in Match Magazine, it's coming true. Going to be gutted this summer. Rooney's on his way to Chelsea, but it's all right. Gerrard's going to sign for Real Madrid, and and all of this. I'm pretty sure they literally just they must have sat in the office and thought, right, what do we reckon is going to happen? Complete made up stuff. They're probably all working for decent newspapers now as well. So
I reckon once a week they must have had a bit of fun with it and gone, right, let's put one transfer in, which is not happening, but they'll believe it.
Yeah. And the year 5 playground. The year 5 playground's just gone
mental.
Absolutely.
Yeah, someone's brought that Match Magazine into school and started showing it to people. Like, I never guess what's going to happen.
Michael Essien's off to Oxford.
No.
It's nowadays when you say a transfer rumour and someone what's your source? And you go, that Fabrizio Romano or whatever. Back then it was just this above the cartoon. see that headline.
Page 36.
Yeah. Behind Matchy's adventure out.
Great magazine.
I remember when I read in one of them once, it was when Charles Nzogbia was at Villa, and there's something about him in one of the magazines saying that he'd fallen out of love with the game or something like this. And I'd go around telling people I was inside info, Charles Nzogbia, he's fallen out of love with the game. It doesn't. That's why he's not playing well.
He doesn't love it anymore like he used to.
I'll tell you what was a weird feature there in Match Magazine. David Prutton, who's now on the TV, he used to have a weekly segment in there.
That's when he used to play
for Swindon. Yeah, because he'd sit there in his white kit and it'd be a picture of him reading the Match Magazine.
He had EA
what
Sports
he did in his week.
On his sponsor, and it was him in the stand I don't care, Dave, what you're doing.
Yeah, David Prutton, how did he get a section in Match Magazine?
It was
What
ridiculous.
did they think? That, do you know
course,
what? These kids,
I read it every
would
week.
love to hear from. Yeah, of course. It's David Prutton, mate.
But
The thing
God,
is,
what was he doing?
I used to go watch him at that time, and I honestly can't remember him playing one game. I can't remember a David Prutton game in my life, and I used to go watch him every week.
Every week, that one, and he'd go, oh, David Prutton, because he played for Forest, he was rubbish.
Yeah,
and he used to always moan about him being in it. Brilliant.
Fair play to him though. He's on Sky Sports doing predictions.
He did what he
every
needs
week.
to do there, didn't he? Yeah.
He put the grind in the Match Magazine days, and he's
main
made
championship pundit, isn't he?
He's made the step up. Wonderful.
Another one that relates to magazines, the annuals at Christmas.
Oh,
the Christmas annuals.
I
got more, I think, in the end. I got like a Forest one, like an England one. It was Match, Shoot, rest in peace.
Kick.
Match of the day.
4-4-2.
Kick. That must have been shit. Kick.
I do remember.
Maybe that was just on it.
Where'd you get that from? Like,
I'm sure
middle?
I've heard of that.
That was Kick was actually it was a monthly one, wasn't it? Kick, I'm pretty sure.
Wasn't it Kick 4-4-2 or something?
4-4-2 is brilliant. I could read that now. I think you meant to at this age,
like an adult one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not
I did actually subscribe to that during my secondary school years. I used to subscribe to 4-4-2.
Or come in with some really intelligent footballing opinions.
So I think we should play a 4-2-3-1 here, sir, because looking at it,
it's just reading it off the thing.
Seen it like a lady do it.
And I just think that.
Can we swap wings? Can we swap wings?
Oh god. Yeah, I think having the annuals at Christmas must have been the child version of having Links Africa. Because you get it. You're not that buzzing, but you take it. I mean, there were so many Christmases where I ended up with two of them. Grandparents would buy one. Someone else would buy you a Match Magazine. They like one because they know that you really like it and stuff. So yeah, that was a bit.
Then you go into town like in January, you see them all half price everywhere.
Yeah, God. Yeah.
Did anyone used to get the like their club's annual?
Yeah.
The Man United annual and stuff. Yeah, you used to get that most Christmases. Like,
pretty crap as well.
It's just player profiles.
Player profiles and
pretty
stuff.
much.
Crossword
Word searches. Yeah.
Crossword.
No, number one clue: left back at our club.
Read page 56. Literally.
In the Man United one, Portuguese winger scores a few goals.
Nanny. This is a tough one.
Another thing as well was the football calendars, wasn't it? Like when I used to go into town, and if I saw like a Forest one, I'd be like, I have to pick that up because that is rare to see a Nottingham Forest calendar in town in Southampton. Yeah, not in like Nottingham.
I think they're still a big thing for some people because I always see, in the summer you see like occasional transfer windows or something. Oh, so and so's been left off the club's official calendar. Doesn't mean they're going to be off and stuff like that. Or you'd be really annoyed if you got it and you had a favourite player and they weren't on the calendar. That would be really annoying. Like, oh yeah, and you'd always go check to see who was on your birthday month. He's on it. Like,
my uncle actually, I think he did it last year. There was a player from the Forest one which left, and he printed off a picture of one of our other players that went on it and put his face over the player's left. That's how touchy it can get with football calendars. I don't know what player it was now. I can't remember, but he does do that to make sure it's all professional and up to date.
There was always a player that like, it'd be the whole squad and all that, and I'd just be one player that, why the fuck is he on there? Like, he's about 17.
David Ngog.
Yeah.
On your birthday month as well. On your birthday month, David Ngog, you think, brilliant. It's brilliant.
Why is he doing
Getting this shit, yeah.
You always look at your birthday month, don't you? You always look at your birthday month and go, oh, I've got him this month. That's good. That's good.
I just remember having Dirk out for mine.
That's nice.
I don't know what,
you take him. I think I had,
you want Torres or Gerrard and all that.
It's not your first choice, but he's not the worst. You're not getting like Aurelio or someone like that.
I think I had Andy Reid on mine once, and that was brilliant.
You lucky boy.
I was buzzing off that.
Oh, did I just see something move across the camera then?
Wolves calendar.
Oh, there we go.
I'll tell you who's on my month. Live TV.
It's not just your month.
Live, guys. I have. Who do you reckon?
Hang on.
It's the boss. The boss.
Oh, he won't be the boss
that's
until
why
he's
your background.
he won't.
Absolutely. This is gonna be hilarious when you lose to Chorley, and then during your birthday month at the end of the year, you've got to look at Nuno's face for the rest of it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to print a picture and put a face on it.
Yeah.
of Mark Hughes when he gets the job.
Brian McDermott.
Massive cross through the middle of it.
Oh God. Yeah, I think
Tom,
someone mentioned earlier as well. Is,
Sorry,
Yeah,
Tom. Do you have a football calendar in your room?
I've seen Tom's Villa's calendar.
I've got like a
You have a little
like,
flip
desk
up
one,
one, don't you? Yeah.
little desk
one,
calendar.
They're like
But that's not
office
got.
job.
Yeah, that's not got players on it. It's just like pictures of like I
Picturesque.
don't know the grounds and things like that. Yeah.
Nice.
I've not got one for
Very
20. I haven't got one for 2021, so that's last year now.
Disappointing.
Oh well. It's still only January, mate. You get your money.
still got time yet. Yeah, I was going to say, people were mentioning earlier as well, people used to collect those little things with the heads on it, and I can't remember what they're called for.
Yeah, what were
Do you
they
know
called?
the thing?
Yeah, I know
Little
what you mean.
figures.
I don't know what they
Massive
were
heads.
called. They were
Like
weird.
bobbleheads.
In the little boxes. It was
It's
like
not. It's not
rectangular
quite a
box, wasn't it?
bobblehead, but it's,
Not while you're not on
No.
about those ones that do that. When you
What do they
tap the head
call
and they
No,
go.
they didn't
No,
move.
not
No, these
Oh.
are more like little ones. They're like little figures, aren't they?
Yeah, with a
Yeah.
massive head.
Mm.
I showed
We
like
just
Henri.
seem to have a few. Like you
Right,
never
I'm
didn't
not
collect
too
them.
sure
You
what
just
it
always
was.
have a couple lying about your room, little Henri or little Ashley Cole
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, they used to be England ones. A lot.
Yeah.
When, World Cup
that's-
2006, I think
And
it
they have
was.
like a little green bottom.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I do know what you're on about. Yeah.
There's a lot of
They were
England
cool.
ones in the
Yeah.
2006 World Cup. I remember them ones a lot. But
Mm.
yeah, it's been like McColl's, and they'd be like too expensive to buy. You'd rather get a chocolate
They
bar.
were pretty pricey, weren't they?
Yeah, you'd rather get a chocolate bar, so you just
Yeah,
get
you
the
don't want to be
Kinder Egg.
wasting your money on those.
Kinder Egg as well. Get another toy. But
The last sort of thing on this, I don't know if anyone else would have remembered this, but I remember years ago we had when it was, what was it, England World Cup, which was probably like 2006 or 2004 Euros or whatever. We had like these little coins with England players on them.
Oh
and you used to put
my
them in these
God,
like
yeah.
books. Yeah, and you used to put them in like they had like a little coin book for them.
Yeah.
And I don't even
I
remember
really
why
remember
that's
that
the
now.
thing. But I don't know why they stopped doing that. I want to see some coins for the Euros this year. I think
I
that would be
weirdly remember
a
that.
nice surprise. Yeah, it was a weird thing. Like I didn't really like. It wasn't really something I collected because I was just thinking coins. They're not like cards, are they? They're a bit. Yeah, a bit
Yeah, it's not
stupid.
what us 6-year-olds would have wanted back then, really, would it?
Not
But
even legal tender either. Really, you can't go buy a chocolate bar with a John Terry. Or,
can't-
you know,
you can't get on the bus. You
No,
know.
you can't go on a bus. Postage stamp. They've got it's legal. Do you know it's legal tender to accept the England World Cup coin?
You know, if
they've got to accept it.
They've got to accept it. They have to accept it.
They have to accept it. Oh, brilliant. And if anyone else is listening is got any other ideas of things that we might have left out, let us know on social media and we'll come back and cover this.
Can I say, I just looked it up. It's called Soccer Stars. That's what they're called.
They're the ones, yeah. Soccer stars. Well done,
So
Connor.
for that clarity, for anyone who's looking out to go buy some soccer stars,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still about.
Richard Osman. Is that his name? The one of
Yeah.
Pointless?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
House of
Connor
Games.
doing the research.
House of Games.
Fact checking. You'll have to see it. Yeah, so if you have any other ideas or anything that we've missed out, let us know and we can cover it again in a later episode. We'll come back to this sort of thing again in the future because I'm sure there's something we've missed out or we haven't covered right. And so moving on now to some modern day football fan importance, fantasy football. And we're in the midst of probably one of the biggest, I'd say probably the biggest game week of the season with a double
So far,
game week,
yeah,
to be fair.
definitely.
Yeah, so this is
How many
big-
all
of
played
big
your bench
importance.
boost this week as well? Like every single
I have it.
I haven't.
I have.
Most useless bench boost ever. Nice solid 8 points because Leeds decided to bottle it. Anyone else did I have? Can't remember. But it was Neto as well, and he decided not to turn up against West Brom. So
Brilliant.
wasted bench boost, to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't know
mine's
how
not
everyone
gone very
else's
well
game
so
week thing
far.
going.
I guess we've got to talk about John
Mine.
Stones, haven't we, to begin with?
Oh yeah.
Ridiculous.
Love
The
it.
man, the myth, the legend. Alex hates
Obviously,
him. I love
obviously
him.
we've still got the second game of the game week to be played, haven't we? At this point, when we're talking now, we've still got games to play. But yeah, mine's a captain Gundogan. I thought a bit of a risk. He's not like someone you'd captain really, but I
He's
thought Palace.
risky.
But he scored, didn't he? So
He
Yeah,
was my
it's
bloody
gone well.
voice. I went with Vardy instead.
Vardy. Do you know what? I've been glad I've avoided Vardy this season because he seems to blank quite a lot.
Yeah, he's not been himself.
I've got Chelsea
recently.
though, haven't they? Next, and he's
at home.
So, yeah.
I'd like to, put. How does Diaz get an assist, but Ben Chilwell didn't? That's what I don't know. Did anyone see the Fulham game?
I did. I did.
And
yeah,
Chilwell,
we had it on.
He had a shot the keeper, didn't he? Bounced off. And then Mount scored.
Because it hit the bar, didn't it? Yeah.
Did it hit? I don't think it did. It hit the bar? I thought he just saved it.
Was that?
It hit the bar? Oh
Mount
no, that
hit
was
the bar
Mount's
first
shot,
half. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I swear that's an assist if you, even if you hit the bar. I think
Diaz got it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but. So,
don't know then.
Anyway, carry on.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, sorry.
So who's everyone got their hopes on for the rest of the week then?
I want Cancelo, to be honest, but
yeah,
can't believe you captained him.
No, but I went for the double clean sheet and maybe assist. So, but then he didn't play.
Instead, you've got 2 points so far.
I mean, I've got Cancelo, but captain him, I'm not crazy.
Wow. I'm just bold.
The big talking point today was a lot of people are on about whether they should sell Salah now. See, I've never had him, but he's worth so much.
I had him. I got rid of him.
I got rid of him.
I think De Bruyne seems more reliable now for points, doesn't he?
It was the other way around, though, wasn't it? To begin with, and then it's changed back to De Bruyne.
Bruno's dropped off, hasn't he?
He's dropped off since I've got him in as well. So, but Fulham away, if he starts, I mean, he might get rested again. I would have thought he'll start. Then you can see him picking up points against Fulham.
That's why I got Rashford because he's playing more up front as well now. So
yeah, I really like the look.
I was going to say just little Raz. He might have to get put in soon because he's.
He missed a penalty. Scored a free kick.
Except from that, and I think he blanked 1 week. I think for the last 7 weeks, I think he's got above 5. Above 5, I think so.
Yeah.
I was annoyed he didn't. I was annoyed he didn't bloody play, and then he came on and missed the penalty, and I was like,
yeah.
Good girl, -2 points for that. Cheers.
I like the look of Thiago yesterday in the United game. So I'm hoping against Burnley does something because he's quite creative when he's on the ball. Yeah, I think he's because he was cheap. He was only like 5.6. So I was like,
get the impression with Thiago, he assists the assist, doesn't he? Because he'll
break
the line. He'll break the line, play the ball through, and then they might square it and score.
I did like the look of him yesterday. He was always trying to do things on the ball. I felt.
There was a lot of people who there was a bit of an argument about him yesterday, just generally on his performance because he started the game amazingly and then he drifted out of it. I don't know whether it was down to him or whether Liverpool just drifted out of the game, and so henceforth so did he.
I don't think he's
as well.
Don't know if he's 100% fit yet, Thiago, because he's only played a couple of games, hasn't he?
Let's be honest, he's played 3 games in the Prem. Is that
That's the first game at Anfield?
First game at Anfield.
Exactly. Yeah, he's a quality player. He's so good. I think probably when obviously Liverpool get their defenders back, I imagine what would the midfield look like? Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago. Do you think?
Yeah. I couldn't believe it was like 20 mil, 25 mil.
Yeah,
that baffled me. At 29 years old as well. It's not like he's like 32, 33.
He's not a player who needs a lot of pace, does he?
No.
He's like De Bruyne, so he doesn't need so if his pace goes when he's older, he'll still be. I think he's a bit like Perla, just a bit.
There is, but I think Thiago, when he's on the ball, there's so much urgency and tempo to his game.
Yeah,
like his feet are just so quick, and he's always looking. He knows what he's going to do before he does it. He was great to watch yesterday. I thought, well, first half, but
not bad.
I'll just leave it on. I'll just leave you all with the thought that David Moyes decided that Fellaini was more worth pursuing as Man United manager than Thiago, and turned down the Thiago had his bags packed, was ready to come, and then Moyes went, Fellaini at Everton. He might cost a few mil more, but he'll be more successful, and he's accustomed to the league. So thanks, Moyes, and thanks for joining us for another podcast. We'll come back next week and do another one. So if you've got any ideas for topics, let us know. But cheers for joining us, lads.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Everyone stay safe, and we'll look forward to the next one.
And here comes Hurst. He's got some people are on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.